Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here, and if you can take the time to like and comment on the video, it makes a massive difference. And if we hit 15 comments in the video, then the cash pot for this month will be boosted. If you don't know what that is, on stream every day you guys get the chance to play games to boost the cash pot for the end of month giveaway. At the end of the month, one of you guys is going to win that money in cold hard cash. So if you want to get involved in that, the link to my stream is down below. Come over, get involved from 5 PM every single day, and yeah, join the community, meet some awesome people. Check out Foot Trading finally. It is our website that teaches you guys how to trade and how to grind this game. We guarantee you will make millions of coins on the website. It supports our content, but it will mean you'll never need to spend points on this game. We guarantee it, okay? Amazing tool with the buying and selling prices for every single card on this game there, and every single way to grind SBCs on this game is there for you guys too. But I am seeing so much panic at the moment from people saying the market's crashing for Team of the Year, yada yada, yada yada. Yes, some cards are down. Some cards are perfectly fine though. There's always going to be a bit of skittishness in the market, but this is not a market crash at all. And there are some brilliant plays you can make each day at 6 PM to make coins, okay? So we will start by looking at Footwiz, basically. We'll look at Osterman initially, okay? This is just a simple card, random card. On the website, we've got our fluctuations area, and what it does is it tracks the high point and low point of every single player on this game, okay? Osterman was one that I was looking at yesterday. At the moment, he's about 149. Forget the two undercuts here. He's about 149, all right? Now, everyone's talking about the market crashing, okay? It's not really crashing. He's had a dip off. It's hardly a crash, let's be real. He's down a bit. I get it. He's taken a bit of a hit. He's not terrible. If I show you his hourlies, this is a graph of someone you would love to trade with, okay? He is constantly up, back down again, back up again, back down again, back up again, back down again, okay? Yesterday night, I saw him at 135, and he got back up to 152, I think, when I checked him this morning. He's been fluctuating between those two. I think he might have even got a little bit lower than that. These cards, every day when 6 PM hits, content comes onto the game, all right? And if it's, let's say it's a striker, you might see strikers get sold off in panic and whatnot, especially if it's like a Serie A striker. You might see players get sold off in panic. But what's happening at the moment is EA aren't really dropping much content. Yesterday was a Ruben Neves SBC. That was it. Now, if we get another night like that tonight again, you're likely to see the same thing happen. Cards dip in value, and then they go back up again later in the night. Now, why is that? Really, really simple. It's basic economics. There are more players on the game at 6 PM UK time, that is, than at any other time in 24 hours. That is content drop. Everyone comes onto the game at that point, unless they're asleep or at work. Everyone comes on. So what happens is, let's say 50 people are thinking, do you know what, I'm going to sell my Osterman today, and I'm going to go and buy myself an Immobile, for example. I'm not saying that's what we're going to do, but let's say that. One person goes and lists him, then the other person goes and lists him, and another goes and lists him, and there's a few sitting there. Someone wants to get there so quickly, they go, right, let me list up Osterman, I'm going to undercut. And then they undercut, and they undercut, and they undercut, and they dip off very heavily. You can, from 145, you might see him down at 130, 131, to then bounce back again to hopefully around that price again. It happens to every single card, okay? Every card in this game sees some form of little drop-off at 6 PM. Now, the question mark is whether that player is going to rebound. We're going to look at someone really high budget now, okay? Cristiano Ronaldo. Again, drop-off yesterday at 6 PM, had a massive drop-off and then rebounded fairly quickly. But then he significantly dropped since then, just kept dropping off. And I think that got everyone spooked a little bit. People started selling off, and then what's he done? He's rebounded again. Now, one thing to understand about these graphs, they are an average price. You would have been able to get him below 1777, and you'd be able to sell him higher than 1885. That's just basic way to look at Footwiz graphs. You'll always be able to get them for cheaper and sell them for more, okay? Where I'd be a little bit worried if I were you guys in terms of cards you're holding, I wouldn't be holding on to anyone that is like 2 million coins. Anyone that is really elite tier expensive, that is tradable, I wouldn't be holding for too much longer. I worry about the fact that when Team of the Year comes out, you're going to get some incredible SBCs that are going to replace a lot of players in people's teams. You're going to get some incredible cards, obviously, in terms of the Team of the Year cards themselves and maybe some nominees as well. I wouldn't be holding the cards like Ronaldo. Would it mean I wouldn't go and trade with them? No, not necessarily. I probably would still trade with them if he was low enough. Ronaldo's not someone that I was really that keen on yesterday at 1.86. I know he got lower than that, but I wasn't that keen on him. Having said that, if you got him at 1.85, You sold him at 2 million because he did get back today yesterday. You're getting 50,000 coins for what was basically an hour or two hold. So it's not like it's terrible, it's risky. He's dipped off since. Now I see this 1777 is his base price now, and I need to think tonight if he drops below that, could there be some potential rebound? Maybe. But most of you guys aren't going to have the coins for someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, so you might have someone like David Alaba, okay? Again, he is the perfect sort of player to trade with his graph. Down at 190, up to a high of 214, back down again to 195, back up again to 207, back down to 194, back up again to 206. Now, bear in mind, if you bought at 194 and you sold at 206, you'd make very little profit. You lose 10,000 coins, basically, in EA tax, okay? So, like I say, you've got to wait for a low. Now, when it comes to buying players, always look for an undercut. Let's say, figuratively speaking, Alaba got down to 190 tonight. And you think, right, well, he's had highs of 205. I might want to run the risk of buying a couple, maybe. You want to wait for that snipey undercut, in my opinion. You want him at like 180, 185, ideally to make that 10k on him. Now, what I would say is, as a basic rule, I'm liking the guys that are sort of 250k and below. There are some guys that are 30, 40k that are doing really, really well at the moment. They're going onto a website. They're doing brilliantly. If you're not on the website, check it out. And if you are on the website, hit up fluctuations at 6 p.m. tonight. They have been incredible. Dan yesterday went crazy on stream. He had a field day. Absolutely amazing, and he smashed it. Those of you that are low budget, these guys here, now I can only show you so much with these cards because silvers, for example, aren't really updated that often on FootWiz. But Leonardo Gil, again, a dip, drop off, climb, drop off, climb, drop off, climb. What you have to understand is FootWiz only updates every now and then. 6 p.m. every day, these cards get listed quite consistently. You are looking for 72 rated to 74 rated Libertadores and Sudamericana cards that are not River Plate, Boca and Racing Club. If we don't get any silver supply today in the form of a daily SBC or pack supply potentially from a player SBC, but even that doesn't tend to hit them too much, you're safe to buy in. So let's say Leonardo Gil was 1,800 coins. You want to buy at 1.5, list for like 2,200, 2,300 overnight. It's a really easy way to make coins with him. And again, you might go, well, that's only 700 coins. Okay, you might be true. However, if you spent 1,500 coins on him, that's not far off a 50% return on your investment. Someone like Alaba is not getting you anywhere near that. So bear that in mind. The other part that's been really good has been in these gold cards, okay? Everyone at 6 p.m. every day gets that pack, the daily, I think it's the daily Fire and Ice pack. Basically, it's your 25k pack, okay? Everyone does it. These guys get packs. So Pabon, for example, right now it's 2,800 coins. Sitting there, look at how he does it basically. 2,800 coins. Again, you're likely to see him get hit slightly at 6 p.m. and bounce back again. So if you're low budget, it's a really good way that you guys can go and buy these cards. Again, if you've got any doubt, the website has the prices there for you, roughly of where you can buy cards and what you can do for Libertadores, so bear that in mind. One thing I do want to say is bear these cards in mind. If you look at Torres, he has been hit quite heavily and dipped off, and a lot of the icons that I'm seeing have been hit. Now, part of the reason for this is we found out about Team of the Year icons. There's going to be a few really good Team of the Year icons. Why that's affecting Torres, I don't really know. But it does lead to panic. I think that caused people to drop. Torres, I think there was a talk about him getting an SBC, potentially. Again, I highly doubt it, because I think it would have been everywhere by now. But it's where it's worth knowing stuff about leaks. Seeing what happens with leaks. Seeing what happens with anyone being like, right, this is going to come. The likes of Sheriff, Foot Police, all those guys. It's worth keeping track of them. I don't think we're going to get a Torres SBC. I can't remember if we had one already of Torres, but I don't think we did. But I think we might have already had a Torres SBC. So I can't see, even if we did, why EA would then pump out a Team of the Year Torres. I don't really get it. He may well come, and he may well be leaked. I've not seen enough on there to be like, yep, Torres is definitely coming. But I know there is talk about it. So, again, just be a bit careful with the icons, okay? That does not mean you cannot trade with icons. It's so important you understand you can still trade with these icons. It's just being smart about who you're buying and how much you're buying them. Gary Lineker's example, Foot was like my computer all the time, so I will wait for him to load. 168 here. Again, we look at his hourlies. Yesterday got like pretty decently low at 6 p.m. to 156 before bouncing back again. You can still trade with these cards, okay? Just when you buy them at this price, don't expect them to bounce back to where they were before. Obviously, sometimes they might do this, and that's great. But let's say he was 166, he got down to 156. You'd want him at 150 to sell him for like 162, basically. That's the sort of way you'd have to work it, essentially. It doesn't mean you can't trade with these cards. It's so important you understand that. You're more than fine to trade with them. You're just looking for the best deals possible. That's what it comes down to. Only things that will affect this sort of advice I'm giving you, big content tonight. Make sure you're trying to avoid those positions. If it's an evolution or whatever it is, avoid those positions that have got an evolution for that or an SBC for that. Just be careful about that. And if the content is quite dead, you can usually buy in a little bit higher, be a bit more chill, because the market tends to rise when the content's dead. There's no reason for it to be shaken, basically. That's what I've been doing right now for you guys. All budgets can do it. All the way down from Libertadores cards, all the way up to Cristiano Ronaldo if you want to. Check me out on stream. If you want to get involved and help win money for the community, come over to stream. Link is down below. Get involved there. Check out the website. Like I say, you will make millions of coins. We promise you that. So check it out. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.